Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Rooted in Design. Today, I want to talk about home inspections. In a previous video, I brought them up a bit, but I think we can go deeper and talk about what are things that come up in an inspection that it's doable and fixable, and what are some things that maybe that home is not worth for you if you don't want to put a large amount into the home right away in investments. When they do home inspections, if it's a really good inspector, they'll talk about structural, electrical, plumbing, if there's mold, etc., all of that, windows, how well they're insulated or framed, siding, roof leaks, etc. I think that it's super doable if you have a small roof leak. That's something you can dive into, replace. Maybe it is older roofing, and then you just want to do all new roof in plywood. When it comes to electrical, that tends to be a high price item. If you get an inspection that says that it's super outdated, the wiring's not done properly or to code, your electrical panel is maxed out and you don't really have any more amperage, something you need to consider, is it worth to upgrade everything? If you're looking to do an addition, renovations to the home, I definitely think it's important to kind of just dive into it and make the investment, because overall you'll have a completely new system. But also think about how much of that you want to invest. Usually a panel can go from 1,500 and up. Smaller ones can be about $1,000 plus all the labor to do the connection. And note that in today's code, you do need to upgrade everything when you're doing a major alteration, which is touching the property more than 50%. In some towns, it can be even just 40%. And electrical tends to usually be the second highest price when you do a work. The highest is heating and cooling. So that's another item that you really need to think about. Is it worth it? If you have a property that is oil, I see a lot of people not wanting to buy those because it's very outdated. And most of the time, people do want to upgrade. If you're willing to put in that money and upgrade to gas, geothermal, propane, anything like that, it's definitely feasible for you if you want to. But if you don't want to go through the headache and you really just want to move in and wait to do any major change, you have to see how old is that system. Is it going to work well? Are you going to spend a couple months trying to get it to work and you're going to be cold? If you don't want that, then maybe that property is not for you. Sometimes it's not just the space, it's the little elements to make that space comfortable for you. In terms of plumbing, and I also want to integrate drainage here. Look at the report and see if there's any cracks in the foundation or water damage on that concrete slab or around the edges. Are those windows in the basement leaking, bringing water in? That can be a major headache. And here in Long Island, every year now we're at least getting one major rainstorm where people get their basements flooded. So it is important to find a property that drains well or already has a trench drain to mitigate the water. Or if you want to do the investment down the line, know that you might have to do that. There's small elements we can do to prevent some water damage. But at the same time, if it's major and it gets constant flooding, is something that you need to consider. Are you willing to invest in all of that? Lastly, I think other major things to really look at as major red flags is newer homes now need to pass this air blowing test to make sure it's airtight. It creates energy efficiency. You use less electrical use, etc. If you have an older home, definitely have the inspector check how well that flashing is at the windows, is air creeping in, because that's going to affect your heating in the winter, your cooling in the summer. If you're willing to replace those windows, which I think it's something that's definitely doable and important, with newer ones for energy efficiency, do that investment now and you'll save later. But again, if you're trying to buy something and not invest too much in it, maybe that property isn't for you because it will give you a headache. Hope these few items helped you out. And if there are things that you are not sure of, please reach out and I can help you out. And remember, Dream Select Realty has home inspectors that do an amazing job with all of this. So when you work with them, you would get the right inspector to find all of this out for you. Thank you. Are you a homeowner who is looking to expand your home so you have enough space for everything you need in your home? Or do you want to renovate because the interior just doesn't work for your needs anymore? Or are you someone who's looking for a property, but nothing that you've been looking at really fits what you need? Well, my name is Katherine Serrano Sosa. I'm the founder of Rooted Architecture Studio, and I can help you bring those renovations and adjustments to life. At Rooted Architecture Studio, we focus on creating meaningful, inclusive, client-centric designs for homeowners and investors. We walk you through the whole process of designing construction and making sure that you understand what's going on, but take away all the layers so you can sit back and just focus on the deliverables of what we're designing. We make sure that your non-negotiables are integrated and your wants and needs are integrated to the best of our abilities. So if you are looking to do anything that I just discussed, or just have ideas that you might want to talk about what the possibilities may be, give us a call and reach out through social media as well, and we'll be happy to help you. And if you're looking for a new property, make sure to connect with Dream Select Realty. They're the right people to help you find the right property for you and make sure that your needs are integrated. Or if we're renovating, we can all collaborate together to bring that vision to life.